Bring you this developing story now, one which we are counting down to. Limpopo Premier Stanley Mathabatha will be briefing the media on the VBS forensic audit findings. Mathabatha has been studying the VBS report finalised by the provincial treasury. Our reporter Samkele Maseko joins us now from Polokwane. Samkele, what we're getting, the sense we're getting on the ground at least, is that with the release of this report by the Premier, heads are expected to roll. Is that what you're hearing as well?
Well, Michelle, what we can say, in exactly 43 minutes, the Premier of Limpopo will be delivering the axe on 7 mayors whom the ANC's PEC, Provincial Executive Committee in Limpopo, about 20 minutes ago at their provincial office in France Muhlala, has just resolved that the Premier must fire, or the councils must fire 7 mayors who actively and not actively participated in their municipalities investing in VBS. That is just the resolution that has just come in now from France Muhlala House, the ANC provincial office, which this resolution comes at the backdrop of this forensic audit report that was compiled by the Department of Treasury in the province, led by MEC Rob Toyle, who was part and parcel of this investigation on how these municipalities invested into VBS Mutual Bank, which resulted in the grand theft or the grand looting of about 2.2 billion rands of VBS money from the poor people of the Vembe district, and also from various municipalities, some who are unable to recoup the various monies they had invested into VBS. You'd remember that the Fetahume Tubatse municipality invested at about 256 million rands into VBS, which is also one of the mayors who is also implicated in these 7 mayors who have now been resolved to resign from their positions by the ANC's Provincial Executive Committee. We also do know that there are 3 mayors in these 7 municipalities who did not actively participate in their municipalities investing in VBS. And Michelle, you'll wait for this one, Florence Radzelani, the Vembe district mayor, is part of those 3 mayors who did not actively participate in their municipalities investing in VBS, but she's part of the 7 who will be told by the ANC's PEC in about an hour or so from now to resign from their position. And that is also the message that the Premier of Limpopo will be conveying now at 12 o'clock as he delivers that forensic audit report on how these municipalities invested into VBS and who and how and where and when they invested into VBS Mutual Bank.
Now, Samkele, you're talking about mayors facing the chop even though they didn't actively participate in the investment into VBS Bank. And that's part of the calls we've seen over the past weeks and months, that in fact municipal managers who are the accountants in municipalities, that they in fact should be the ones facing the chop here.
Yes, indeed, Michelle. That will also be in the forensic report by Premier Stanley Mathabatha, because mainly this forensic report, I've been told, mainly focuses on the officials, your municipal managers and your CFOs within these municipalities, their roles, and how they may have been duly or unduly influenced by politicians within the political realm or the political arm of the executives of these municipalities to invest into VBS. So it's not only the politicians who may be facing the axe here, it's only the various, also the various chief financial officers of these municipalities and municipal managers of these municipalities. For instance, when we were last here, during the last briefing by Premier Stanley Mathabatha, when he detailed that he will be getting this report soon from the Department of Treasury in the province, he did say that various councils and municipalities had already kick-started the process of getting rid or suspending various municipal managers and various chief financial officers. For instance, when we were here, I remember he said that 3 councils were sitting in that particular week and that particular following day to discuss and to deliberate and to push motions to suspend municipal managers and chief financial officers of various municipalities who had invested into VBS. So it looks as if heads are starting to roll when it comes to this VBS saga, and it's not only those who are in the governance and the various officials of of these municipalities, it's also politicians, Michelle. It's been a very long time in this country since we have seen various political figures taking the fall or facing the axe for their various roles they have played in influencing officials within municipalities to take certain decisions.
All right, well, thanks very much for that. Samkele Maseko tracking that story for us as we build up to the Limpopo Premier Stanley Mathabatha briefing the media around that VBS forensic audit findings.